These videos only happen because of the support and help from our sponsors. Support the companies that support us. So, double R time today. This is not such a big story as the M1000R because we already had a double R. The M1000R was a new model, but lots of tiny changes, lots of little tweaks that have made an already good bike a step better. And joining me is Sepp Mackler. Sepp, hey.
Hey, Chris.
Right, don't bore us with lots of engineering stuff.
Okay.
Little sound bites. What's different?
Okay, make it short. 3 horsepower more. New electronic package. Lithium-ion battery as a standard. The geometry of the chassis is similar to the M-RR.
So you've taken the M-RR chassis from 2022, used those tweaks on the standard bike now?
Exactly.
The electronics has got a lot of exciting features. I could bore you to tears with all the different ones, but for me, the highlights, so the drifting.
Absolutely. Now we can drift inside of the corner with the brake slide assist and outside with the DTC slide control and slip control.
And it's foolproof, I can't crash doing it.
Absolutely, it's proved because we measure the front and rear wheel, we measure the speed of the wheels, we measure the lean angle sensor, and with the new steering angle sensor we can as well measure the skid angle of the rear tires, and so you'll feel like a MotoGP star. World Superbike.
I have tried to crash it quite a lot today and I haven't managed to yet, which is why I've taken my leathers off. But the final little bit with this, and this kind of proves that you guys have got a sense of humour, you've put a stoppy feature in it.
Yep.
So how does that work?
That works with front and wheel spin as well, and we use our lean angle sensor to feel when the bike is coming up, and when the angle is too high, then we reduce a little bit the brake pressure on the front and bring the back down.
So it just holds a stoppy?
Yeah, you can really stop like Chris.
It actually has stunt mode?
Yeah, definitely, it's stunt mode. Super sport bike as a stunt mode.
That is a ridiculous idea and I love it. Well, thanks very much, Sepp. This thing is an absolute weapon.
See you guys.
Here we go then. First track session on the new S1000RR. First time out, brand new slicks. Few nice warm-up laps to get us going.
So we've had a full day on track on this S1000RR. Almeria track's a weird place. It's a really tricky circuit. It's got a lot of blind corners. There's lots of bits where you're, especially early on, you're not sure to be on the gas, to be off the gas. The first session, I haven't ridden here for years, the first session I was like completely lost. Riding the bike, I had all the aids switched off because I'd pressed the wrong button. So it was a real like, it should have been a really horrible, scary thing, but actually, even with everything switched off, this bike steers well, the throttle's really predictable, it's really usable, so despite having 8 million horsepower, don't quote me on that, it's about that, I found it really easy to ride. Then as the day's gone on and we've pushed harder, I'm not in a race team, am I? We had a great season this year. Then as the day went on and I was pushing harder and having a bit more fun, finding the limits of the track, finding the limits of the grip, it was like the best video game you've ever been on. It just, you can hit the throttle out around some of those long corners and you're on the gas, and then you think, well, why am I bothering? So you just bat all the way to the stop, light comes on the dash and it goes and it just holds the slide all the way around. Then you hit the brakes, stamp on the back pedal, it does a brake slide as well. It's ridiculous. You can do so much. The difference for me with this, where compared to previous really good electronic packages on bikes, is this thing lets you have fun. This thing lets you slide, it lets you stoppy, it lets you back in, it lets you do all the kind of cool advanced maneuvers that you want to do, but it gives you that safety net to learn them. It doesn't stop the fun before it happens, it lets it happen and then stops it before the hospital trip happens, which is ideal really. I don't really know or understand how they've managed to develop it to that next level. I'm assuming it meant a lot of crashing for test riders. I presume somewhere in Germany is a whole room full of bust collarbones, because how you find the limit of that stuff and prove the electronics work in the first place is beyond me. But that doesn't matter to us. We've got a really, really nice, really easy to ride bike, and I just think the RR's just gone another step on again. If you're nervous about riding fast on track, I wouldn't say get a 600 anymore. I wouldn't say buy an old 400. I'd say buy one of these, because it's going to make everything you do easier. And that, when I'm talking about a 212, 213 horsepower bike, it's ridiculous. I don't even need to be here anymore, just go and ride it. My job is done.